Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're like me and fall victim to overconsumption, have an addiction to online shopping, or just has no self-control, then you probably have a lot of stuff that you don't use and it's likely going to waste. So in this video, I decided to take a bunch of my stuff that I don't use and kind of turn it into something that would be more useful. So for these projects, I decided to make 2 bags. These are my inspirations. I decided to do kind of like a patchwork shoulder bag, and then the other one I'm also gonna do a shoulder bag, but I'm gonna make it denim instead because I have a lot of old jeans that I don't use. And then the last project I'm going to be doing is using the scraps from the bags and turning it into little tags, like little keychains for the actual bags. So let's go. Okay, so the first project is going to be the little patchwork shoulder bag, and I have a bunch of fabrics that I don't use, a bunch of dresses or skirts that I've thrifted that don't fit right. So let's go gather some fabric. So in here I have all my fabrics that have yet to be used. So I found these 4 fabrics that I think would be really great for the patchwork, and then I have these pieces of clothing that have really nice prints on them. These just don't really fit right, so it'd be perfect for this project. And I don't really have fabric that would work for lining. I mean, I would use this, but I don't really have that much of it, and we're trying to save money and not go out and buy some. So I do have some silk, which I guess could work, but I feel like it's just easier sewing with like cotton or like this kind of fabric. I guess I could use this like green one. Alright, so for some odd reason, we have this big roll of just like paper. I'm gonna use this to map out a little pattern for the bags. Okay, the next step is to sew all these pieces of fabric together to make like a patchwork fabric. Okay, so essentially a lot of the fabric that I cut out is pretty flimsy, and I have this fabric stabilizer that I'm going to probably fuse onto all of them so that it could be a little bit more sturdy for when I sew. Alright, I have all my fabric pieces from the clothing cut out and with a nice little stabilizer. I'm actually about to go out, so I will resume this project when I come back or tomorrow. So we're taking a pause on everything, but good progress. I just need to cut out with the pattern and cut the lining and sew it. I have made it back home, and I have cut out the pieces of fabric into this nice little like patchwork piece, and then I'm gonna sew each one of them, press all the seams, and then I'm gonna cut out the pattern. Let's go sew. So I finished half of the patchwork sewing, I guess, and then I have this half to do. What I've been doing is I just sew with like 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then I did like a top stitch on each one so it stays in place, and make sure to iron the seams down. Guys, I had to put my hair up because it's so hot in my house. I was sweating, literally breaking a sweat, sewing. Anyways, finished the patchwork. So here's the finished little patchwork piece of fabric. It's so pretty. I'm so excited for this to be done. But the next step is to cut out the pattern. So here's my pattern. Guys, I have my ceiling fan on because it's so hot, but it's making this so difficult because now all the pieces are like flying away. So I think I have to deal with the heat and turn off the fan for a second. Oh my god, I didn't put it on the fold. No. Okay, it's okay. This is like pretty fixable. If I just cut out the same thing on the other side, I'm just gonna cut down like right in the middle so that these could be separate pieces, and then I'll sew them together. And boom, it's like nothing ever went wrong. So next step is attaching some straps. Actually, no. We have to cut out the lining. Let's get our little paper and cut these out. So we have 2 lining pieces cut out and then 2 of the body cut out. I'm gonna stop here for tonight because I'm gonna lose some light. I just woke up, but we are getting back on our grind. I have each one right side to right side, and then I'm just gonna sew all around for each one. And to give more dimension to the bag, I'm gonna cut a 2 inch by 2 inch square off of the bottom 2 corners. Now that the squares are cut off from the corners, the way you give it dimension is you're gonna open it up and then fold it like this, and you're gonna sew down this line and then do the same on both sides. I know it's good to use pins, but like I'm kind of like a lazy sewer, I guess, and I just go without them unless absolutely necessary. Trim off the thread. Do the other side and line up those seams. Nice dimension on the bottom of the back. And now we're just gonna repeat the same thing, but with the outside patchwork side, whatever you want to call it. So here is what the bag is looking like so far. Really cute. And I need to add straps just so that it can be longer. I have both of the pieces, and now I'm just gonna this main body into the lining, and I'm just gonna stitch all the way around, but making sure to leave a gap. It is time to turn everything inside out. Guys, the bag has been finished. She's so cute. Here's this side, the inside is all nice and green and cute. And this was made without buying anything new. Old clothing, old fabrics that I didn't use. Hashtag upcycling, hashtag thrift flip. And now we move on to the next bag, except I have things to do, so we will probably start this later. Hi everyone, it is now a new day, and that means it's time for another thrift flip project, summer sparing, upcycling project. And so the next project is gonna be similar to this bag, but I'm gonna be using an old pair of jeans. So I have this pair from Old Navy that I've literally never worn because the leg is so wide and they're also really high rise, and I don't think high rise flatters me. Like, look at how high it goes. I'll put on the screen the inspiration. I think we're definitely gonna add like the little belt with some of the fabric we use for the patchwork bag. Let's get to cutting this and see what we can do. Don't look at my room because it's really messy because I've been sewing. Just don't. Anyways, I decided to add some lining, so we're gonna use this print that we used in the patchwork bag, but I just have so much of it, so it'd be perfect for the lining and for the little belt thingy that I'm gonna put. Okay, cool. So we have all our pieces cut out, and now we're literally just gonna do the same exact thing we did for the last bag. So we're gonna sew each fabric. These are gonna be sewn right side to right side, all three sides. Sew with this, and be back when that is accomplished. Okay, here is the bag so far. It's so cute. It's gonna come out so good. Look at that. And now we just have to put right sides to right sides and sew all the way around, top stitch. Okay, I have it all clipped and I'm going to sew. It looks so cute. Okay, so obviously it's a new day since the last clip, but I've since sewn this little like tie with the extra fabric. Here's the bag, by the way, and I'm just gonna put it through the belt loops, but I'm trying to decide if I should put a belt loop on this side because like I don't know if it needs it, and I feel like it's gonna mess up with the lining, so let's try it first without. I feel like it doesn't need it on the back. I don't know. This is what it's giving. Cute. I feel like I should put it on the back because it's just kind of hanging there. Maybe I will. Okay guys, the bag has been sewed. I added a little belt loop. This is what it's looking like. So cute. And it has nice lining. I really like the little belt. Here are what the projects are looking like. The last project is like, I don't know if I would even consider it like a project. It's like kind of just a little like, it is a project, but basically I'm just gonna use the patchwork like scraps from the first bag to make like little tags for bags, just to add a little pizzazz. Okay, so I have these two pieces of fabric left that are the stabilizer, and I'm just gonna cut out two identical pieces that are in the shape of the little tag, and then I'm going to iron it, sew it, and that's really all. This is good. And I'm just gonna iron that real quick. Bring it over to the sewing machine. Okay, and with these little tags, they could just be used to add a little bit more decoration, a little bit more personality to your bag, or you can put like your little logo on it. Zigzag stitch all the way around. I'm gonna go do that right now, actually. And here's a little tag. Okay, so I just had my dad use the hole puncher to make a little hole. We're just gonna sew around the hole so it doesn't like fray or anything, and then that's all. I just tied it on a little belt loop on the bag, and now all the projects are done. Here's the first project we made. It was a little patchwork shoulder bag. Overall, it went pretty well, but I think definitely making it a slightly bigger because it did come out slightly smaller than expected, but I think it's still really cute. Second project was this denim bag. This came out really well. I really liked the belt that we added, and then third project was this little like tag. Obviously I don't have a logo put on it yet, but theoretically there would be a logo on it, and that's the purpose of the little tag. And honestly, I think it just adds a nice little touch to the bag. Maybe I'll do another episode of this if I have more clothing that I don't wear. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below any other suggestions, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.